Let me find me some sweet deals on bikes. Cannondale, Lab 71, Scalpel SE. Good one. Hi everyone, Mike here from Bikes by Mike with another cycling related video. Today I'm in the basement to talk to you about the biggest clickbait topic on bikes these days. Is the bike industry collapsing? But I'm going to put a different spin on it. Okay, let's get to it. I've broken today's video into 3 parts. I'll start by showing you the deals I'm finding on new cross-country mountain bikes. I'll then give you my take on when I think the best time is to shop for bikes, and I'll wrap things up talking specifically about current model year bikes. I wasn't originally going to do a video on this topic because most YouTube creators are only doing it because it's easy clickbait. Plus, I'm not a bike industry insider, so I have nothing useful to add to the discussion on the state of the bike industry. But when I started looking around to see what exactly YouTubers were talking about, it almost always was from the perspective of those within the industry and how the industry itself is being impacted. Whether that's the dealers who sell the bikes, distributors who supply dealers, manufacturers who build bikes for brands, or the brand companies themselves. Those components of the bike industry are hurting, often for different reasons and to different degrees. And all those different perspectives are important because it gives us some insight into the current state of the bike industry and how it might change in the future. Not to mention the fact that many people in the bike industry have lost their jobs due to the dip in demand, so it is a serious topic for a lot of people. By the way, if you want to listen to a great podcast on what is happening within the bike industry from a business standpoint, I recommend the series by Escape Collective on their Overnight Success podcast. This is a multi-series release which covers what happened within the bike industry during the pandemic, what is happening now, and what is expected to change in the future. It's really good. The fact is that most of the people interested in bikes are outsiders to the bike industry. Most are like me and you, consumers. And human nature being as it is, what we care the most about is how the current state of the bike industry will impact us. Specifically, what's happening with prices for bikes and cycling accessories today, now in 2024. That's what most interests me. I'll give you my opinion on what I see happening with prices right now. Since the start of this year, I've been looking to replace my 2019 Cannondale Scalpel mountain bike with a new XC race bike. So let me tell you why I've finally come to the realization that I don't need or even want another bike. I said replace, not add to. I'm not that eager to do this, especially since I just spent 533 Canadian dollars to fully rebuild my lefty fork and rear shock. That was a big maintenance bill. But if I can get a super great deal on one of the bikes on my wish list, I'll bite the bullet and buy. So in late 2023, I started tracking prices on all the cross-country bikes I'm interested in because I was hearing a lot of people in the bike industry saying stuff like this.
But and it's a great time to pick up. You're getting some stupid deals if you have the cash right now to buy a bicycle. You're getting some stupid deals on what used to be full retail, and some of these stuff are half off. 11,500, 7,200 for the pricing to go ahead and move dead inventory. So every single person right now is trying to move product as much as they can.
And now, after seeing where prices are in early 2024, my thinking is that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get a new or near-new model year bike at a massively discounted price. I'm going to take my time and wait until a deal comes along for the bike I really want that is heavily discounted. Here are just a few of the sales I've come across for some of the bikes on my wish list. Almost all of these are Canadian retailers with prices listed in Canadian dollars. The percentage off varies a lot among shops and is highly dependent on the build spec and size of the bike you're looking for. Bikes built with top-of-the-line SRAM AXS group sets are harder to come by than cheaper builds, and they come with smaller discounts. And it's easier to find great deals on odd-sized bikes. Unfortunately, I'm a size large, which is common and often sells out. which is too bad for me as I've already found at least 3 XC mountain bikes I like for at least 30% off, and they are all stocked with premium components. Unfortunately, none of them are my size. This Specialized Epic Pro is in my size, on sale now at Bike Zone for 25% off. But with that pink color, I think I'll pass. So here is my list of the best deals I found so far on each of the 13 cross-country mountain bikes on my wish list. I found sales on 9 of the 13 bikes. They range in price from as little as 7% off for the Cannondale Scalpel to a whopping 38% off for the Intent Sniper. 30% off MSRP is the absolute minimum discount I'm willing to consider for any bike in this buyer's market. So that further shortlists my 9 sale bikes to just 4. And of the 4, only the Cervelo is available in my size. And while it's really tempting to get a last year model's bike for 36% off, the deal breaker for me is that the ZFS5 comes with SRAM's lower tier GX AXX electronic group set, which is not what I want. I mean, I'm already compromising by going with SRAM over Shimano. Like, why would I want to dumb it down anymore? So I'm going to hold off and keep looking for a great deal on a bike in my size and with the build spec I'm looking for. Let's talk about when is the best time to buy a new bike. Typically, just before the start of summer season is a good time to find a deal on a prior model year bike. And the end of summer season and into winter, you typically find good deals on current year models. But our current post-COVID period is not typical for the bike industry. There's no hiding it. They have a ridiculous amount of old inventory they can't move, and we are seeing more bikes than is normally the case being discounted. And these discounts are larger than we've seen in generations. So if you're in the market for a new bike, you should be looking now. There are absolutely some smoking deals out there. You'll especially notice massively discounted prices on all forms of e-bikes. For mountain bikes, hardtails are obviously oversupplied, and you can even find heavy discounts on race bikes stocked with top-tier components like the Cervelo ZHT5 stocked with a SRAM XX AXX Grupo. And since nobody in the bike industry is saying that the oversupply issue will be resolved this year, we can expect heavy sales to continue for the remainder of 2024 and possibly into 2025. Aging inventory can only do one thing: lose value. And that means prices will have to drop even more. And the less picky you are, the more you should just wait it out. So what about current model year bikes? I'm really interested to see what happens to those. Because right now, you aren't seeing new model year bikes on sale, not top tier race bikes. And that could really come back to bite the bike industry. Unless money is no object to you, it is for me. Why would I pay full price for a new model year bike when the same bike company is massively discounting old stock they can't move? I'm confident I'll be able to save at least 35% on an old model year XC race bike. I'd have to suffer a major head injury to justify paying $5 or $6 grand more on a current model year bike. Like, why would I pay that much more for basically a different paint color? And I don't think I'm the only one that thinks it's stupid to pay full price for a new bike in this market. I could talk all day about why it doesn't make sense to buy a current year model bike. Oh, wait, I did. Check out my video in the link below. My prediction is that a lot of potential buyers will be reluctant to pay full price for a new bike in this soft market. And that will result in a lot of discounted current year bikes by the end of this season. I could be wrong, but let's see. So that's pretty much it for my take on how consumers could take advantage of the turmoil in the bike industry. Let me know in the comment section if you think deals on bikes are at their peak or if there's still time for them to fall. If you see a smoking deal in Canada on any of the bikes I'm looking at, please give me a heads up. That's all I got for today, folks. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you're not a subscriber to this channel, please subscribe as it will allow me to produce more content for all of you. See you next time. Happy rolling.